Certainly he doesn't want to stay within punching range.
Gracie going for the shoot.
And great defense by Laverne Clark. Again, nice hips. Able really to take Gracie and throw him away. Picks him up, puts him down, and a big right hand.
And this is what he was able to do to Josh Stewart last time. Start hammering and throwing the big shots. Gracie is in trouble early. Clark striking from inside Gracie's guard. Gracie cut above the right eye.
Doing a better job now keeping him tight. He's going to force Clark now to play more of a jiu-jitsu game here and pry himself free. And while he's prying himself free, Gracie should be transitioning, looking for some submissions, maybe a reversal.
Clark really brings those big arms out and through. He has to be careful though, doesn't he, Jeff?
Yes, he does. But again, he's in a camp in which he sees a lot of this. He trains at it. It's been a year, so certainly he has prepared himself, gained more skill. And he's got a welt. Gracie's got a welt above his left eye.
It is the left eye, yes. As Laverne Clark, the Fists of Fury, in a much better guard here than he was in the matchup that was stopped at 115 against Josh Stewart, right in this building.
Little elbow there by Laverne Clark. Both men have each other's hands tied up.
And Laverne trying to pass the guard there, unsuccessful. Gracie trying to catch his breath. Clark with a wrestling background, as was mentioned earlier.
That became evident there on that initial takedown. Clark just hip down and sprawled, as we say in wrestling, and really tossed Gracie right away from him. And since that point, he's landed some real serious right hands. But now it seems to have settled more into a guard against a good striker who's having a little bit of a problem now getting some room, but here he's getting himself upright.
He delivers a couple more shots to Frank Gracie. That one hurt him a bit.
Gracie did a good enough job, though, to block them so they weren't full power. But it doesn't seem as though Gracie can find any kind of submission skill on Laverne Clark, and Clark just keeps coming, keeps building up some vertical height so he has room to punch down.
Gotta watch the arms.
And that's exactly what Gracie was looking for. And now he might go for a leg lock. Looking for a knee bar here if he can find room, but he's run out of room against the fence.
Oh, and Clark delivered another big right. Laverne Clark going for the knockout. Gracie against the fence, and another shot. Clark continuing to go after Frank Gracie, and it's over.
No, it's not. He's got a glove problem. He's got a glove problem.
Tony Mullinax stepping in. Great call, partner.
Laverne Clark's glove hand or provide an edge, an abrasive edge that could hurt Gracie.
Gracie won a tournament in the IFC in 1996 in Mobile, Alabama. When he was asked what his fellow officers think of him competing in this sport, he said they think it's totally wild. They like seeing the techniques in action when we have an uncooperative prisoner we're trying to arrest.
And tough to take off his feet, that Gracie's going to be forced to stay up on his feet. Here, the initial takedown by Gracie, initially in good position, but look at Clark sprawl, bring him back up to his feet, and literally right here off a knee just dumps him. And once he got him down here, he knew what to do. Started delivering big blows. Led to a cut above Gracie's left eye. Bit of a welt, but Gracie battled back, was able to stymie that initial surge, and was starting to hold his own, but doesn't appear that he has any offense that can threaten Laverne Clark to this point.
The clock restarts at 5:27. 12 minutes.
Good
the time period
again.
here. Clark looking to do the same thing. Laverne Clark delivering another shot.
Another armbar attempt here. Another armbar attempt. Needs to straighten himself out.
Laverne 3 to the other side of Frank Gracie's skull.
Left knee across the belly. Left knee across the belly. Work for the mount.
Does seem that Laverne Clark may be limited. Full mount now by Clark. Does seem though that Clark was the striker. He's in a very dominant jiu-jitsu position here. Look for him maybe if he knows some submission skills. to go after one of Clark or Caracci's arms, or maybe use that gi and try to choke him with it.
Well, certainly boxing and wrestling are his strengths. He has learned a lot about submissions from Miletich and Hansen. And he is pummeling the left eye of Frank Caracci.
Caracci really does need to move in the bottom. He can't just sit and hold. He needs to be offensive and squirm, force Clark to move with him so that he never has a chance to set up to throw a punch. Caracci right now tries to hang on statically, and as Laverne Clark comes up and now just throws him up against the fence so he can't move, he'll now start punching again.
Caracci showing great guts and wherewithal to last this long. Clark again with a couple of fists.
That's a delivering tap.
And there's the tap. It is over. Laverne Clark, fists of fury. The Rock, victorious again here in New Orleans.
Laverne Clark was the striker, and that's what he came out and did. He used his big punching power once he had an opportunity in the top position to put away Frank Caracci. Caracci fought gallantly, but really that power punching of Clark.
Nice shot.
Two similar fighters in Josh Stewart and Frank Caracci, smaller guys which could not handle the reach of big Laverne.
And really could not provide a guard to keep punches like that big right hand from Laverne Clark from getting in there. Here a better position looking for an arm bar, but Clark drove him up against the fence, bounced him around a few times, and as soon as he bounced, he punched. And at this point, Frank Caracci had had enough and he tapped out. Tony Mullinax, referee, all over that.
Now another impressive night for Laverne Clark as he displayed another victory inside the octagon to up his mixed martial arts record to 5-2. For the official word on the victory, here's Bruce Buffer.
We have a winner by submission at 6 minutes, 59 seconds. For the winner, Laverne "The Rock" Clark.
2-0 in the octagon. Laverne Clark from Davenport, Iowa. All over Frank Caracci, who showed great guts and stamina in holding it that long as he was on the bad side of the Rock, Laverne Clark.